Welcome to our usual hobbies. I'm Meeka Nomicon, and today I'm playing for the game Bubo Prologue, which is from the same creators as Gavil, where we follow a pair of mad scientists that are celebrating their 5th anniversary of working together and staying alive. But unfortunately, their luck may just run out at any moment. I am Bubo. At least, right now I am. This is the alias I don each time I'm in this facility. This scientific paradise. My second home that allows me to work in secret and without limitation. My true career as a college professor would be in jeopardy otherwise, as each day I struggle to maintain the balance of this double life I didn't always have. While most would refer to us as mad scientists, I prefer the term independent researcher. That is very much just semantics. That's kind of like saying, oh, I'm not a supervillain. I prefer the term morally disinclined. And speaking of supervillains, you're kind of giving me that vibe. I think it's the harsh black lines. Also, the rather sinister posing of your alter ego. Maybe not entirely independent in this case. I walk into my lab past midnight, not surprised to see my lab partner already sitting by a table.
You always arrive earlier than me. How do you manage that?
He has a tracker on us, that's how.
Apparently, I'm more eager about today than you are.
Oh, that's right.
It's our 5th anniversary as lab partners here. It doesn't sound that significant, but it is impressive how we're still alive.
You wound me, Bubo. I bring you to this fine establishment, and you walk in with this lack of respect.
I doubt you even remember what this organization is called.
It's Kentucky Cock.
You know what? Yep, that sounds correct. I'm sure that's exactly what the name is.
Consociatio.
I take back my mocking. I am with Aku here. We'll just call it cock.
Show off.
Well, I'm here now. Are we celebrating or not?
It's up to you, man. What do you want to do today?
Oh, explosions! That's what I want to do. Well, actually, experiments could be explosions. We could make something go boom. Wait, or we could do nothing? Oh, I'm being torn. As much as I want the explosions, the sloth in me wants to do absolutely nothing. I'm too tempted. We are going to do nothing.
Are you, sure? I mean, it's a special day. You usually do something for it.
You see, that's why my idea is so brilliant. On special days, you do something special. So, to make the day extra special, we break that tradition and we do nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure. I just want to hang out tonight. Is that alright with you?
Yeah, it is.
Are you sure? You don't sound too enthusiastic. We both stay seated in awkward silence.
We can do whatever you want, anything, on this special, awesome day.
Yep, and we are going to do nothing.
I know.
It must have been a shock for him. Usually our days are eventful and even dangerous, but something about today made this seem right.
Peace and quiet is just so rare here. I'd hate to squander this opportunity.
It's boring. Can we skip to the part where we nearly get gutted?
Oh, like yesterday. And the day before that. That doesn't get boring for you?
I mean, not necessarily. There's so many different ways you can get gutted, so many different weapons. We could get gutted Candyman style. That'd be entertaining.
Not to an adrenaline junkie.
And is that adrenaline worth the near-death experiences?
Yes, it often is.
See, you say that knowing how much you've risked your life countless of times for a stupid project. So, we're in this lifespan shortage together, all right?
Touché. Suddenly, something rings.
Is that your phone?
I meant to put that on vibrate.
It's probably just spam.
I look to see my friend Daniel is calling me. How is he even awake right now? He doesn't know about this side of me at all. It would be risky to accidentally expose myself, but it would also be suspicious to ignore it.
Never mind, I have to take this.
I mean, would it be suspicious to ignore it? He could just assume we're sleeping.
Wait, right now? Dude, we were having a moment. Can't you just call back later? We literally just started talking.
Oh, you're right. He may be right. We have just started to bond, so I must answer it.
This will be quick, I promise.
I already get the idea that the relationship we have is antagonistic. I must follow through with that. I give Akupong a reassuring smile, but he doesn't seem to be taking it. Before he can stop me, I head to the bathroom to answer the call.
Hello? Daniel?
No stray. Sorry if you're busy with anything right now. I know I usually just text you, but I remembered you wanted me to call more often.
Oh, I'm regretting that, definitely right now. Why would I ask to be called more?
I do. But what are you doing up so late?
So, I was having trouble sleeping and thought, hey, I have a lot of tests to grade before the weekend, so now I'm staying up to get through the first half.
I did tell you not to procrastinate on those, but,
You must be grading papers right now, yeah? I know you were complaining about them the other day.
Wait, are we a hypocrite? We were telling him not to procrastinate grading, and yet we apparently did the same thing. Or maybe we should just say we've completed them. I mean, then there's no reason for us to stay awake and talk, right?
yeah, I sure am. Wow, look at us being so productive this fine midnight.
Bubo? You were not supposed to say that. How do we successfully end the call now?
We should do this more often. I'm kind of stuck on this one question where the students circled 2 multiple choice answers and left it up to God to decide their fate.
Oh. What?
Well, I mean, to be fair, they did technically put down the correct answer. It's just... They surrounded it by the incorrect answer.
Right? These kids are hilarious. And one of these answers is right. Should I give it to them?
Give him half a point. Could you actually pass a test by doing that if you got half a point for putting down the correct answer, but having a different answer combined with it? Would that give you a passing mark if you did it for every single question?
Daniel, we teach college students.
I hear a banging on the bathroom door. Akupunk, I'm busy!
What's that?
My cat?
Nothing, I know you wanted to call, but,
I got ghosts, I gotta go.
You gonna call it a night?
yeah, I am. Sorry. I'll call you back tomorrow, alright?
No, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I mean, we'll be seeing each other on campus, so...
Right. Good night, Daniel. Thank you for checking up on me. And good luck on grading.
I get the feeling that Daniel's gonna crash before he gets through that grading.
You too, man.
Personally, I'd give the question to the students and then grade harder on the short answer portion. I hope that helps.
Hey, I was just thinking that. Great minds thinking alike, am I right? Night, no stray.
The call ends, and I immediately rush out of the bathroom, only to see the lab empty. Oh, maybe it was a mistake to leave him unsupervised.
Akupunk?
He's gone! On the day we celebrate our anniversary! We're just gonna ignore the fact I left him alone first. Okay, well I have now realised you are not allowed to be unattended for, so I'll just hang up. I hang up. This is more important.
Damn, Birdie, the moment's already ruined.
Well, it's not like I left you alone, though.
Well, since I have my phone out, I guess we could look at old pictures. Like...
Oh, I remember this. Their shrimp cocktails were so bad.
Of course they were. Who wants seafood in their drinks?
Can you really complain if we weren't invited?
Yes, I can still complain.
Not our fault we snuck into a shitty party.
Didn't realize Dr. Myers was so pompous about party food.
Ugh, don't call me that here.
I flipped to another old picture of my cousin, but it's not exactly what I wanted to show. I quickly closed my phone before Akupunk can see.
I do not miss how tiny those phones are. Hold on, it's my turn.
Wait, Did you murder a guy and then take his photo? That's definitely blood, right? Akupung takes his own phone out and scrolls through pictures.
This was pretty funny.
That's literally just one of our test subjects crying for dear life.
Oh, so that's the experiments we do. Less explosions, more tortured souls. Nice.
Ah, what about this?
Did you take a picture of me while I was sleeping? You're a bit of a creep, Akupung.
When did you take this picture?
Moving on.
Okay, you're doing this on purpose now.
What do you mean? This is such an excellent photo.
I have tons of these. We'll be here all night.
We always are, anyway.
We continue to look through old pictures and selfies together, reminiscing the past 5 years, knowing each other. From the silly moments where Akupung would steal my hat and run off somewhere in the facility. Not that I wore that thing much while working. Oh, but it's such a dapper little hat. To the serious moments where one of us gets seriously hurt and the other gets to gloat about safety. Whatever that meant for this organization where such thoughts is discarded. Oh, I'm really not looking my best there. How would I explain that in the classroom?
You know, I can't imagine what my life would be like if I never met you.
You'd probably be spending your nights learning how to knit while watching soap operas.
And you?
Not much better, honestly.
Aww, Akupung, are you saying you need me? Are you saying I greatly improve your life, while also making it exponentially dangerous?
It's a good thing we're here then, right?
Yeah, it is.
And hopefully, we'll continue to still be here for another year. Ah, sentiment. Who knew that one of our good endings would be down the doing nothing path? Well, even though we know it's not going to be any explosions, it's time to check on our experiments.
Why?
Well, why not?
Because we made them?
They want to kill us in cold blood.
I was just thinking what better way to celebrate our time here than by celebrating our work, regardless of if they hate us or not.
Yeah, makes sense.
Akupunk and I walk out of the lab and through the empty halls of the facility. In busier days, there would be familiar faces to greet or ignore, depending on our standing with them. Luckily for us, it appears to be a slow weekday. We reach the elevator and travel down to the cell block where we keep all our past experiments locked away.
Like a walk down memory prison.
We stroll for a bit, feeling the eyes of our past sins burn into us. Each failed cell represents either a success or a failure. But most importantly, they also represent a body count. Speaking of body count, we soon come upon a worryingly empty cell, with its glass and chains shattered. Worst of all, there is a mutilated corpse lying on the floor nearby, shredded from a proper mauling. Splattered with blood surrounds it, making for a gruesome but not uncommon sight within the facility.
Is that the janitor? Jim?
Ah, there's some bad luck, Jim.
We have a janitor?
Well, not anymore.
He fixed my coffee machine once. Hold on, which experiment was in that cell?
It was either E or D. Honestly, I've been losing track.
Shit. If the founder finds out.
Bubo, this happens all the time.
You know, considering this happens all the time, I'm kind of concerned there's no sort of alarm to indicate when something breaks free. It's disturbingly silent.
The fact this keeps happening already looks bad on us.
Not necessarily. I mean, sure, yeah, it's bad that they've escaped, but on the other hand, it proves how strong our experiments are, right? And how dangerous. Silver lining? What should we do? Okay, so the responsible thing to do would be find the experiment, right? But this is our anniversary, and I'm rather enjoying the idea of getting rid of the evidence, because then it's not our problem. We saw nothing. Well, we can't replace the glass or the chains, but we can certainly get rid of the body. I walk over to the corpse, wincing at the stench of the iron and rot.
Let's just clean this up first. Can you go find whatever would help with this?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Really? No questions asked? It's kind of concerning that Akipunk is just so ready to help us dispose of a corpse. Akipunk dashes off to assumedly the nearest closet and comes back with a bag, a shovel, and a mop. I hold the bag open with a sigh.
Leaving the shoveling duties to me, huh?
Relax, I'll do the mopping.
We go through the usual motions of ridding of a body, harvest anything that's salvageable, from organs to parts. Then, throw it in the acid pit, something we are now on our way to accomplishing. You know, the disclaimer for working at this facility must be wild. I mean, there's got to be a clause in there that's saying that they hold no responsibility of loss of life or limbs, right? We reach the top of the pit, bag of the mains in tow, when something rings. Well, this is most unideal timing.
Is that your phone?
It's probably just spam.
I look to see my friend Daniel is calling me. How is he even awake right now? Or is this going to be the same conversation? He doesn't know about this side of me at all. It would be risky to accidentally expose myself, but it would also be suspicious to ignore it.
Never mind, I have to take this.
Just as I'm about to climb down, Akipunk roughly grabs my arm. Oh wait, I don't even get a choice about the phone call.
You're gonna take a personal call while we're doing this? Leave it, Bubo.
Well, there's not much left to do. All you need to do is drop the bag and we're basically done here, right?
Wait, it'll be quick, I promise. Just throw the bag in already and we can be done.
Don't take the fucking call.
I tug my arm back, but Akipunk's grip is strong. Please, for the love of Christ, tell me we're not about to get into a fight on a pit of acid. I mean, I know I am happy to go to the dangerous situations, but this is just reckless. We are definitely going to fall in.
How can you continue to be this difficult? And over a phone call?
Does today not mean anything to you?
It does, but it's not gonna keep me from talking to my friend.
So you'd let it take time away from this?
Aw, Akipunk, are you jealous? I'm a little concerned, to be honest.
Yes?
Akipunk chucks the bag into the acid and attempts to grab for my phone. I lurch backwards, keeping it out of reach. We are so gonna go into the acid.
What are you doing?
Okay, there it is, both of us. Well, this is unfortunate. We are definitely gonna die now. On our anniversary as well. With one wrong step and Akipunk's weight over mine, I trip over my own foot and we both fall into the pit of acid. Well, that's gonna sting a bit. Acid. Well, clearly we get punished then if we try to ignore the situation. So let's be good people and find this experiment.
It shouldn't have gone far, right? It needs to be contained as soon as possible.
God, we are not equipped for this. It was so much easier when these things were stuck in our lab.
I know. I guess the search could be more efficient if we split up.
That is the stupidest thing you've said today, Bubo. You don't split the party, especially not within a party of two.
Nope, not a chance. We are getting this over with.
Thank you, Akipunk. At least one of us has some sense. The first place we look is one of the closets on this floor. We both grab shovels, knowing there wasn't enough time to run back to our lab for legitimate weapons. We weren't going to be reliable, but it was better than nothing. We deduced that the experiment was looking specifically for us, so there'd be no reason for it to be wandering the cell block. It wouldn't have the power to use the elevator either, due to the lack of intelligence found in most of our experiments. So we decided to head for the bathroom next. We stand outside discussing our plan through whispers, when suddenly my phone rings. The jingle echoes through the halls. Huh, we may have just got ourselves murdered. Akipunk shoots me a glare, and I rush to check it out and silence the ringer. My friend Daniel is calling me. How is he even awake right now? Huh. Wait, so we could actually answer this one. Answering would be a massive mistake, right? I mean, it's probably going to get one or both of us killed. Let's answer it. I know this is a bad idea, and even worse timing, but...
This'll be quick, I promise.
Quick my ass! Don't fucking answer it! Are you stupid? We're both gonna die because of you.
Yeah, pretty much. I've accepted that consequence. I'm glad he's only whisper yelling in these circumstances, but he's still a bit scary like this. Also, what's the point of whisper yelling? We've already echoed our ringtone through this hallway.
We're not in any immediate danger right now. It's fine. We don't even need to go in yet.
He huffs at me and goes right for the bathroom door handle.
If you won't take this seriously, then I will.
Wait.
Oh, Punk. Oh, now I feel bad that you're the one that got murdered.
Akupunk.
The appendages that eviscerated my lab partner before my very eyes retreat back into the bathroom like nothing happened. It doesn't come back out. It was a mistake, I swear. Oops. Oh, now I've got survivor's guilt. I've learned my lesson. Let's just hang up the phone call. I hang up, and Akupunk sighs in relief.
Hopefully you didn't hear that.
Let's just go in already.
Wait, and now both is gonna get murdered for this, because we'll both be in front of the door. We cautiously open the bathroom door to see it entirely pitch black in there.
What now?
Death? Long, sharp appendages suddenly emerge from the room, and my first impulse is to jump in front of Akupunk and swing my shovel at them. Oh, that was lucky. I 100% thought we were both just gonna get eviscerated. I managed to chop off a couple of the tendrils, leaving the missed ones to stab into our legs. I buckle and hiss from the pain, while Akupunk seemingly ignores his own wound to step in front of me and swing his shovel.
You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, but I got you murdered last go.
So are we actually containing it, or are we just going to end up putting it down?
I hope the easier option is obvious to you.
It is. As much as it hurt to lose my experiments like this, Akupunk knew that of me as well. Oh, poor child. It's time to murder them, apparently. The experiment slowly leaves its makeshift den to face us. Not long before Akupunk goes in for jab head-on, I join him for backup's sake. But while the shovels cut deep, they don't seem to slow the creature down as it prepares to pounce. Oh, it's a giant bug! I no longer feel guilty, to be honest. Akupunk stumbles backward and falls to the floor, only managing to back himself up against the wall behind him. My impulse kicks in again, and what did I do?
Bubo, what the hell?
You gonna get out of the way or not?
Bubo? What? Oh, I see what you've done! We made ourselves a barrier between them, right? Am I gonna die here?
You fucking idiot.
I'm going to die here.
You're welcome.
Oh, there it goes.
No stray.
Sacrifice. Well, I feel after all that excitement, we should just have a drink.
Ah, see, I knew you'd say that, so I came prepared.
That's really thoughtful of you, Akupunk. What did you bring?
Don't tell me you brought the acid from the acid pit.
Well, why don't I show you instead of telling you?
You should really tell me first.
Akupunk leads to the freezer room at the back of the lab. I'm pretty sure we do not store alcohol in there, but this is meant to be a surprise. That is definitely the acid. After a few minutes, Akupunk comes back out with a large bottle and 2 glasses filled with indiscernible liquid, one a bright maroon color and the other green. I take my seat and take off my mask as Akupunk places the bottle and glasses down.
Pick your poison.
Quite literally, I'm sure.
That's just a figure of speech in this case, right?
It's a surprise.
Regardless of the fact that it looks like acid, I want the green drink.
This must be one of those sodas you like so much. Or maybe a cocktail? Both?
Sure, let's go with that. I take a sip from the glass and...
This tastes like soap. What is this, detergent?
I'm disappointed. I was expecting my face to melt off.
You know what else tastes like soap? Black coffee. You love that stuff, don't you?
I suppose he isn't entirely wrong about that. I reluctantly finish the glass, finding it more and more difficult to stomach it. Seeing as how I was causing a strange burning sensation to grow in my gut.
Okay, done. So what was that?
You'll find out in a moment.
Haha, I'm being serious. What is it?
God, you're impatient.
What the hell am I supposed to wait for?
Stomach melting maybe? The soapy taste is still in my mouth. I grab the red drink in hopes of it cleansing my palate, downing it in one go.
Wait, I don't think you should have...
What did I just mix together? His voice trails off.
What?
I haven't tested how well the serum reacts with alcohol.
Oh, so the red one was just plain alcohol.
You fed me a serum? Isn't one of our ground rules...
I told you to wait, asshole! Clearly it was edible, but now Fuck.
Well, what's the serum supposed to do, Aku?
Maybe I can just throw it up? It can't do that much damage.
We might still have some Ipecac.
An irritation in my throat forces a wheeze out of me, and then a cough that scratches at my throat and interrupts Akapunk. I hack into my gloved palm for a moment, only to see blood on it. Oh, Akapunk, you fool! You have now murdered me! On our anniversary, no less!
Huh. That's not good.
No stray?
A burning ache in my stomach tells me things aren't going to be okay, no matter how much I vomit. Before I know it, my vision blurs and heart rate comes to a stop. And green is death, apparently. Well, let's just go for the red drink then. That was the alcohol, right?
Judging by this bottle, this must be red wine.
Well, why don't you try it?
I roll my eyes and take a sip from the glass. Yup, wine. I take a deep sigh of relief.
Holy shit, you actually thought I was going to poison you?
I know you poisoned me.
Well, I mean...
I wouldn't do that on an anniversary day. And not after only 5 years of working with you.
So you're saying I should watch my back?
I do like keeping you on your toes.
So, Akipong, are you going to drink the greenie? I shrug and down more of the drink. It leaves a strong but pleasant flavour on my tongue. Though, I'm not sure Akipong would agree. In moments, my glass is already empty. It can't hurt to let loose on a day like this, right?
Yeah.
As I pour myself more of the beverage, I notice Akipong take the other glass and drink the mysterious green liquid entirely. He gags with a hilariously disgusted expression.
Huh. I thought that was one of those sodas you really liked. Did it taste that bad?
It's a serum I made, genius. It's supposed to make me feel good.
Supposed to? What, you haven't tested it?
I suppose that's what today is. Akipong just shrugs, leaving me more uneasy than before.
I didn't explode, so I don't know. At least it's edible.
Doesn't our alliance's rules forbid experimenting on ourselves? I think this counts.
Nuh-uh. There's no trials or expectations, so it's technically not an experiment.
Well, it kind of is regardless, it's just not a scientific experiment. I finish my next glass as he says that, and by now I can definitely feel the flush in my cheeks. It's feeling I may like a bit too much. So I tried to pour myself another glass, but I struggled to hold the bottle steady. In the end, I end up just drinking straight from the bottle. It's been half an hour, and we are still somehow conscious.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
All we're playing is Fuck, Marry, Kill.
The choices are too hard. I don't want to marry any of them.
Tough shit. Me neither. It's just a game.
I mean, how hard could the options be? There's gotta be something that's kind of manageable, right?
No. It still reflects on you as a person. If it was real life,
Oh my god, please shut up. I have a headache.
I'm guessing that'll be the untested serum right there.
Oh, you have a headache. Huh, I wonder why. Guess that mystery serum doesn't make you feel good after all, does it?
What part of shut up did you not understand?
You know, I think it made you pissier.
Oh, we've got our phone again. Are you now gonna murder me for answering the phone call? Even with my decreased motor function and spinning head, I decide it'd be a good idea to answer it immediately, without another thought, nor without checking who is even calling.
What are you...
Hey, no stray.
Whoa, Dan! What are you doing up so late? Isn't it past your bedtime?
Dude, are you drunk?
Yes, I am highly intoxicated.
How can you tell? I mean, am I?
What was that?
That is my rather jealous pet. Don't worry about it.
A cat?
Yes! I predicted it! We eventually were going to use a cat as an excuse. Akapunk angrily reaches for my phone, and I push him away.
You have a cat now?
Yeah, he's highly aggressive.
Wait, no.
I knew I had to escape the situation somehow, so I bolted out of my seat to what I thought was the bathroom.
Wrong room.
What room did I end up in? Oh, this is the freezer. Just as I'm about to leave the freezer room, the door is shut on me.
Is everything going all right over there?
Yes, everything is so fine. I'm so glad you called.
I tried to open the door, but it's locked.
But I'm gonna have to call you back later, okay?
Sure.
I quickly hang up the call and bang on the door with a fist.
Aquapunk, I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. I know I shouldn't have answered the call. Are you gonna let me out soon? Is this like punishment? That seems kinda unreasonable.
Either there or I could
Are you
passed
still
out.
there?
The freezing cold air stung my skin as I stood there, waiting for just about anything on the other side of the door. Oh, I'm gonna become an icicle. After another moment of waiting, my legs lock up and buckle to its knees beneath me. I sit there, feeling sleepiness take over from the alcohol and from the cold. I thought my shivering body would keep me awake a bit longer, but it gets harder and harder to fight the drowsiness. Oh, I froze to death. Akipunk! So I think we've gone through all the choices right, so now we've just got this. Hint, the endings justify the means. So enter a passcode, so the endings, the only thing I can think of then is the title of the endings, right? So, wine? So if we try the last one. Access granted! Nice. Unlocking QR code. Interesting. So apparently this one takes us to a quiz to help us decide what Bubo character we are. What would alone get to us then? So apparently this one takes us to a bio about Devo Bubo. I am Nostre, but you may call me Professor A. I've been teaching in LA for the past 15 years, so you can say I've seen it all in this university. It's not hard to provoke me into telling a story during lecture. I like coffee, cute cat pics, science puns, and singing bad karaoke. No, you can't listen to it. Below is a syllabus if you're interested in learning more about me before the first day of class. Okay, so what other endings do we have? We had acid, right? I wonder if to be continued is going to count. Okay, so apparently this one takes us just to a gallery of a text conversation between Birdie and Nostre, I think? I think that's the two main characters, because they're talking about getting a concussion and feeling bad about it. And also liking morphine. Oh, so to be continued was a access granted. This is the true canon ending of this game, meaning the next installment will follow this path of continuity. It's sweet and simple, but a little dull in my opinion. Suppose one man's melodrama is another man's spectacle. But I can't really complain. I'm just here for the ride. Well, we now know why you're here. Who are you? Dr. Astig, at your service. This certainly won't be the last time you see of me. Your limited options must be frustrating, so why don't we have a proper conversation elsewhere? Feel free to visit me whenever you'd like. I won't divulge too much, of course. Well, that's interesting. So apparently this QR takes us to a chat with Dr. Astig in it. Oh, I can actually type in it. I don't think I get any responses, though. So what does our mistake take us to? Well, apparently this QR takes us to a document that seems to be a script for a story called Bubo Hike. Which is apparently Nostri and Daniel go on a hike and we step on a bear trap. It's all quite unfortunate. You guys should definitely go read it, it's actually quite entertaining. Oh, so this takes us to a YouTube video. I hope this is working. I guess I'll find out later. This is for the extra credit of the letter assignment because my dad brought me this cassette recorder a while ago. I thought it would be a good opportunity to use it. The assignment is to write a letter to yourself 10 years in the future. This is so I can see how much I've grown since then. Dear 21-year-old Nostre, I'm pretty sure by now you know what kind of job you want. Right now I'm still choosing between doctor or researcher because science has always been my best subject in school. But sometimes I wonder if I'm only good at it because my parents are, or our parents are. They will support us no matter what we pick, right? Well, as long as we make good money, I don't really care. About that though, my dream is to work in a laboratory. The school labs just don't feel like the real deal. But I'm sure you're already working in them all the time. Do you dissect more than just frogs? Actually, does it get easier to dissect anything? My parents always remind me how hard it is to have a medical or research job, and I don't think I can ever be a surgeon. But maybe you'll prove me wrong. I just want to help people, but I need to learn how to deal with the pressure. I probably sound stupid to you. When you listen back on this, you won't have time to worry about being a failure, right? You'll be on the way to getting a PhD and on your way to saving lives. I bet Mum and Dad are proud of you. Oh, I bet you have a girlfriend by now. I'm too busy with school to try and get one, but my friends always brag about theirs. Maybe it's just because I'm younger than my classmates, but I don't really get it. Maybe I will eventually. That's all for this letter. I'm excited for the future, honestly. Sometimes I wish I could grow up faster. For now, I focus on my grades and making my parents happy. Sincerely, yourself from 10 years ago. Well, at least we definitely got into a research job, even if it's more mad scientist. And our last one. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've used them all so far, so it's just green now. Access granted. Are you going to tell me what the serum was then? Oh, it's a second YouTube video. I've been meaning to use this recorder more. I could just write in a journal, but I feel bad letting this thing collect dust. My parents aren't home right now, but they usually aren't. I mean, they're busy with work, so I get it. And they should be home soon anyway. My friends would kill for their parents to leave them alone. It's just, I don't know. It's not like I need their help on homework anymore. Maybe I wouldn't be feeling like this if I had siblings, or if my friends wanted to visit me. Wait, I think they're home. Well, I hope you enjoyed that playthrough of Bubo Prologue. It does seem that Acupuncture is kind of detrimental to our health in some situations. If you enjoyed that playthrough, I'd really appreciate you could like this video and subscribe to this channel. But other than that, it was a spooky day, and I'll catch you next time, guys.